So I have been wanting to do this for a while now. I have this Jade plant for about 5 years now. It has been in a smaller pot, and then last year I transferred it into this new pot. It did really well. I managed to propagate it, and this is the one that is currently at this location. So in this video, I'm going to share with you the basic care and focus on how to make the trunk grow thicker and more robust. Again, this is my jade plant. It grew so much that the trunk started to lean over the pot. There are a lot of, I call them suckers, kind of like tomato plants that grows on the trunk of the jade plant and also on top of the soil. This plant is one of my favorite beginner plants. Its scientific name is Crassula ovata. This plant is so easy to take care of, you guys. Let's move on to some general tips. They prefer well-draining soil, ample sunlight, and watering schedule that allows the soil to dry out between watering. Overwatering is the most common issue with this plant and the most common way to kill this plant. Overwatering leads to root rot. So one way to avoid this is to soak and dry the plant. Basically, water the jade plant thoroughly, allow the water to drain out, and then wait until the top inch of the soil is dry before watering again. So my jade plant needs a heavy pruning. I will remove this hard metal wire that's keeping it from toppling over. Pruning not only encourages growth, but it also helps the plant get bigger and easier to maintain. So this is a before picture of my jade plant. I'm going to remove the wiring right now. I am just in love with a thick trunk jade plant. Do you like jade plants, or do you have a jade plant in your collection? If you do, comment down below. Share your methods of taking care of this beautiful plant. And also, if you like plant content, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. So again, having a thick trunk is quite aesthetically pleasing. In my opinion, it is a sign of healthy and maturity. So how do we get to have a thick trunk? Well, first thing is we must prune. We must remove all the suckers, and then we must choose the trunk that is best fitted to be thick. So basically the most mature trunk or stem. Pruning also helps the plant conserve energy, which it can put into making its trunk bigger. So what I'm doing is I'm tying the trunks kind of together to train it, since it is currently leaning, and this is not permanent. Obviously, this is just for the trunk to kind of reposition themselves. So what I'll do is I'll tie them like this and then place them strategically near my windows where the sunlight hits them a certain way to kind of help them go towards the light. And then what I'm also going to do is replace some of the soil that have been lost and give it some fertilizer. I also forgot to mention this, but before you prune your plants or do anything kind of rough with them, it's always a good idea to give them a nice drink a couple of days beforehand. I watered my jade plant about 3 or 4 days ago. The leaves are nice and plump, and this plant is ready to endure the damages that's going to So here are all of the suckers and the branches that were growing in weird directions, they are completely removed. Some of them still have a root system already, and all you need to do is just pot it up and you have a new plant. Jade plants are incredibly easy to propagate, you guys. It's very straightforward. One of the most common methods of propagating this plant is through leaf or stem cuttings. So you get a healthy, if you have a healthy mature plant like this, you can cut the leaves off or one of the stem off, giving it at least like 2 inches in length, and then air dry them for about a day or two so that they form a callus over the cutting. The callus will prevent the cuttings from rotting. Once the cutting is callus over, then you can just put it in soil. Usually, you can use, or I use, succulent mix or a well-draining potted mix will work also. So put it in the soil, lightly press it, water it sparingly, keep it in a warm, bright location, and over the next couple of weeks or so, you will have new plants. The process is obviously longer for leaf cuttings. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoy it. Again, this is Tony. Please take care of yourself and your plants, and I'll see you in a future video. Bye.